Have you ever noticed how much time we spend worrying about money? How much we have, how much we need, how much we wish we had? It seems like it's never enough, right? But what if I told you there's an ancient philosophy that can teach you to deal with money without anxiety, without obsession? This philosophy is Stoicism, and today we're talking about one of its greatest masters, Seneca. In this video, you'll discover how Seneca's teachings, one of the great Stoic philosophers, can help you rethink your relationship with money. Believe me, you don't need to be a millionaire to have peace of mind. In fact, the less attached you are to money, the greater your freedom. Stay with me until the end, because I'm going to show you practical tips to apply Stoicism in your daily life and, who knows, achieve true wealth. The tranquility of living without the burden of money obsession. Let's get started. Let's get straight to the point. Stoicism is not about rejecting money or living like a monk, but about understanding its true role. For Seneca and other Stoic philosophers, money is not an end in itself, but a tool. Imagine money as a hammer. It can help you build something useful, or it can cause harm, depending on how you use it. Seneca, one of the wealthiest men of his time, said, "The richest man is he who is content with what he has." But what did he mean by that? Simple. The endless pursuit of more is a trap. It's a cycle that never ends. Instead, he invites us to see money as a resource to be managed, not worshipped. So the first step to applying Stoicism to your financial life is to redefine your concept of success. Instead of measuring your life by your bank balance, why not measure it by your level of peace and freedom? This means that if you have enough to live well and are free from constant worries, you are already rich. And this mindset can change everything in your financial life. Let's start with a powerful and practical tip: letting go of the superfluous. And I'm not talking about getting rid of everything and living like a hermit. I'm talking about looking around and thinking, do I really need all this? Seneca advised that from time to time we should live deliberately simply to understand what is truly essential. Try this. Choose a weekend and live with as little as possible. Eat simple meals, use only the basics, and avoid any luxuries. You'll see it's much easier than it sounds, and that most of the things we have are luxuries, not necessities. This exercise will help you realize how comfort doesn't depend on objects, but on your mindset. Seneca would say you should ask yourself, does this serve me, or do I serve this? For many, the car, the big house, the latest smartphone become financial prisons. By letting go, you start to see the value in simple things and realize that happiness and security don't come from the number of things you own, but from the freedom of not being controlled by them. Start small. Challenge yourself to go a week without buying anything but the essentials. See how you feel. I bet it will be liberating. Have you ever bought something and then regretted it? That pair of shoes that seemed essential in the store and now sits in the back of your closet. This is impulsive spending, and this is where Stoics come in with a powerful tip: the practice of delay. Instead of buying something right away, adopt the 24-hour rule. See something you really want. Wait a day. Reflecting before buying can be transformative. Stoics believed that to achieve tranquility, we must free ourselves from excessive desires. Seneca said, "Desire what you have, not what you don't have." This doesn't mean you can't have nice things, but that you must learn to differentiate between desire and necessity. Thus, by practicing delay, you not only reduce unnecessary spending, but also train your mind to be more disciplined and less reactive. Another Stoic trick is negative visualization. It may sound strange, but imagine losing that object you desire so much. Ask yourself, do I really need this to be happy? Most of the time, you'll find the answer is no. This practice helps you distance yourself emotionally from the object of desire and see what truly matters. So next time you feel the temptation to buy something, take a deep breath and remember Seneca. Test yourself, create a wish list, and instead of buying immediately, wait 30 days. At the end of the period, review the list. I bet most items won't seem as necessary anymore. And best of all, you save money and train your mind to focus on what truly adds value to your life. Have you ever thought about creating a financial plan not based on accumulation, but on sufficiency? This is the third Stoic practice for a more peaceful financial life. Instead of always seeking more money, focus on how much is enough to live well. The secret here is understanding what enough means for you. Start by doing a simple exercise. Take a piece of paper and define your true living costs. What is the minimum needed to cover your expenses and still live well? Remember, living well doesn't mean excessive luxury. It means having what you need to be happy. Define a number and then set a plan to live comfortably within those limits. A practical tip is to create a sufficiency account. Every month, set aside a specific amount to cover the essentials, and what's left, divide it between investments and an emergency fund. Seneca taught that we should train our minds to be prepared for any adversity, and a good financial plan is the modern way to do that. Knowing you have enough to live without relying on the unexpected reduces anxiety and increases freedom. Seneca said, "The greatest wealth is to want nothing," and for those who think this means being an extreme minimalist, they are mistaken. In fact, he speaks of something deeper, reprogramming your mind to see what you already have as enough. It's the opposite of the scarcity mindset that always makes us want more. Want a practical tip? Start a gratitude journal. Every day, write down 3 things you are grateful for. This simple exercise shifts your mind's focus from what is missing to what you already have. Over time, you start to realize that abundance is not in what is to come, but in what already exists. And that changes everything. The Stoics didn't want you to live with nothing, but to appreciate what you have and understand that accumulating goods does not bring peace. If you learn to reprogram your mind to appreciate what you have, you'll end up realizing that true freedom is living without unnecessary desires. So what can we learn from Seneca and Stoicism about money? That true wealth is not in accumulating, but in living well with what you have. Today we've seen practical tips on how to let go of the superfluous, avoid impulsive spending, and create a financial plan based on sufficiency. But the main lesson is, money is just a means, not an end. Remember, you don't need millions to be happy. You just need a peaceful mind and a satisfied heart. By applying these Stoic practices in your daily life, you will discover that true financial freedom is within everyone's reach. Enjoyed these tips? Then don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave your reflections in the comments, and let's continue this journey of wisdom together.